Hi everyone, welcome to Learn English with Miss. In today's lesson, we are going to focus on reading comprehension and how to write using the R.A.C.E strategy. Today's lesson is called the Minty Meadow Community Garden. Let's find out more. Today's learning objective is how to determine the main idea of a text and analyze how key details support it. Annotate a mentor text, highlight main idea in yellow and key details in green. Answer multi-format comprehension questions, multiple choice, multiple response questions as well, and construct a written response using the R.A.C.E strategy. So without further ado, let's get started. Part 1, the Minty Meadow Community Garden. This is the passage/story that we are going to focus on, so be sure to read it one time and then pause to reread the story one more time. So we will be using the read, reread, and read again strategies here. Okay, let's begin. The vacant lot on Elm Street had been an eyesore for years, filled with broken concrete, overgrown weeds, and discarded plastic bottles. To most people, it was just a forgotten corner of the neighborhood. But to Elena, a sixth grader with a passion for community justice, it looked like a blank canvas. She knew her neighborhood lacked fresh, affordable produce, and she believed that every community deserved access to healthy food. Part 2, the Minty Meadow Community Garden. Determined to make a change, Elena spent her Saturday mornings knocking on doors, sharing her vision. At first, many neighbors were skeptical. Mr. Davis told her projects like this never lasted. However, Elena's passion was contagious. She listened to concerns, promised weekly work schedules, and explained how a green space could bring the community closer together. Within 3 weeks, she had signed up 20 volunteers. The Minty Meadow Community Garden. The real transformation began on a crisp Saturday morning in April. Neighbors who had lived on the same block for decades but had never spoken to one another were suddenly working side by side. Mr. Davis brought out tools and showed children how to till the soil. Local businesses donated seeds, wood, and rich soil. Together they cleared debris, built planting boxes, and sowed tomatoes, peppers, kale, and strawberries. Be sure to reread parts 1, 2, and 3 and read again when necessary. Let's continue. Here is part 4, the Minty Meadow Community Garden. By midsummer, the eyesore on Elm Street had completely vanished. In its place stood the Minty Meadow Community Garden, a vibrant oasis bursting with color and life. Families gathered in the evenings to harvest vegetables, share recipes, and talk. Helena's initiative proved that when individuals hold themselves accountable for the well-being of their community, they can build powerful bridges that connect people and transform environments. Annotation directions. Read the story carefully using your ELA annotation strategies. Highlight the main idea in yellow. Highlight key supporting details in green. Then answer the questions in sections 1, 2, and 3 below. Section 1, multiple choice question. What is the central main idea of the passage? Select one answer. Vacant lots on Elm Street are dangerous eyesores that decrease neighborhood pride. Growing organic tomatoes and strawberries requires hard work, specific tools, and rich soil. One determined individual can unite a community to take accountability and transform their neighborhood. Sixth graders should spend their Saturday mornings volunteering for local environmental projects. Do you think the answer is A, B, C, or D? Feel free to look through the answers, select your correct answer, and we will check everything in a little bit. Section 2, multiple response question. Which two key details directly support the main idea? Select two answers. Is it the vacant lot on Elm Street was filled with broken concrete and overgrown weeds? Elena listened to her neighbors' concerns and signed up 20 volunteers to help. Mr. Davis brought out tools from his garage to teach the children how to till the soil. Neighbors who had lived on the block for decades worked side by side and gathered to connect. Local businesses donated wood for raised beds and seeds for kale and peppers. Which two answers do you think it is? Go ahead, mark your responses, and we will check your work in a little bit. Section 3, open-ended race response. How does the author build the main idea throughout the text, and what message does this convey about community action? Remember to restate and answer your question completely. Restate the prompt in your own words and give your answer. A, answer clearly and directly and completely. C, cite textual evidence from the text. And E, explain your evidence and how it proves your answer. Here's our answer key. Section 1, multiple choice. The answer was C. One determined individual can unite a community to take accountability and transform their neighborhood. Why the other options don't work? Option A, B, and D. These mention elements present in the story, but they are narrow details. Option C is the correct answer because it captures the full overarching purpose and structural flow of the narrative from the beginning to the end. Here's the answer key for section 2. If you've answered B and D, you did a great job. B is correct because it shows Elena's individual initiative organizing the community, accountability, and action. D is correct because it shows the direct result, community unity and connection. And A, C, and E are not correct because these are minor physical details that do not directly support the main idea. Answer key, section 3, race exemplar. If you answered using these strategies, you did a great job. Let's go through each one and check your work now. R.A., restate and answer. The author demonstrates how a single student's dedication can spark collective action, conveying that community transformation requires shared accountability and voice. See, cite. Neighbors who had lived in the same block for decades but had never spoken to one another were suddenly working side by side. E, explained, this proves the project was more than planting food. It served as a bridge connecting isolated individuals, showing that grassroots collaboration can empower a community to heal and grow together. Student submission protocol. Review. Check your work against the RACE exemplar response. Submit, finalize, and type your RACE response in the Google Classroom assignment box. Pro tip. When you search for the main idea, don't get trapped by the little details. Look for the big umbrella that covers the whole story. Your voice and your writing have structural power. Use them with honesty and purpose. Please remember to let your light shine. Keep on learning, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.